So you guys are telling me it's the par 5.
Beautiful. We missed it.
Oh,
That's so good to be back.
Oh God.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it, boys. I mean, like, it seems easy.
You make it look easy, Monty. You make it look easy. You make it look easy.
Thank you, Ben. I mean, not everyone knows.
Ben, question number 1: your favorite golf course?
Favorite one that I've played. So favorite golf course, I would say like the Santa Rosa like Golf and Country Club. Like my aforementioned uncle who was on the Nick Durie, he lives in Santa Rosa. And so and you can golf like 10, 11 months out of the year out there, right? So then it was just, I think it was just a favorite to me because it was like a private course, it was like wine country. It was like a pool at like the clubhouse. It was just something I had, experience, right? And I remember I got like a birdie as well. So I mean that's why it's also like up there, in an American course. So yeah, I know it was just the first memory of like, oh, this is like it's just a pristine course too, right? Like everything's green. The greens are fast, used to the prairie greens where it's just like, well, hit it as hard as you can straight, see what happens. Like, and it's a favorite too because it's the first time. When it's like you have to putt for real, you know what I mean? So it was a lot of firsts, I think. So that's why it's a favorite course. And then favorite one, to watch on TV is like without a doubt, like Augusta, just because like nothing ever seems out of place.
Right.
Like it seems like it's a car. It seems like they do vacuum. You know what I mean? Like everything is just like pristine. So yeah, so I'd say Santa Rosa Golf and Country Club, and then Augusta, and then this year I was supposed to go to Harbortown, South Carolina, like play like in like Hilton Head.
Wow.
I'm at that age now where it's like spring break trips are like, well, me, my dad, and my stepmom going to Hilton Head to go golfing.
Hey, wait a minute.
Spring break.
What do you mean you're at that age now? Shouldn't that be your age when you're like 11?
Yeah, spring break. We're going to. But then obviously it was like wave number 4 or 5 or whatever. So it was just too risky to go in March. So I have to wait till next year, I think. So I'm hoping to see what those are like. You have a photo there, like Tobacco Roads. Yeah, I'm interested, like in golfing in the Carolinas. Just.
Yeah, I've done it once, and we hit Tobacco Road on the way down and played it. So we drove straight through the night, arrived at like 7 a.m. No one on the golf course because it was January, and the locals don't play golf in the winter there. It's all just idiot Canadians. And it was like maybe.
And it's like 16 degrees, no?
It was like maybe 12 degrees and kind of overcast and rainy. So it wasn't great. We weren't in shorts.
Yeah.
And then drove three hours later after the round down to Myrtle Beach and then played like 6 courses, but in 6 days. But that was how I actually got good at golf because I've played my whole life but I always thought I was good, but I never could score very well. I was always in the 90s and 80s, and I was just my mental game wasn't there. I played on that trip the 6 worst rounds of golf of my life, and then just had to stew about it over the winter. And that's when I got into like watching videos and trying to better my game. I took a lesson, and then it's only been since then that I've actually scored well and played well. But it was because of that trip playing so shitty.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Yeah, like, and all these tools are out there for us to get better if you can't play every day, right? Yeah. Like, just like, I don't have the time to practice. I'm interested in that. Myrtle Beach is another one I want to head down to, but yeah, and the golfing, BC and. Alberta, like the mountains. I mean, like it's all different, but yeah, I kind of like I like a fast green, like I like because it's just more fun to putt, because I like those types of courses, wide fairways, no danger on the green. The green slopes up, you can like land, you can run it up onto the green. Yeah.
Those fast greens freak me out. I'm scared all the time. My heart's beating fast. Like every time I get to the green, you feel like everything's going to drop off a ledge on those fast ones.
But it's fun though because it's more touch. I find it's more fun putt. You know what I mean? Like it's more putt. It's more the skill of putting. I find.
I try to take the skill out of putting. I'm hoping to take the skill out.
I'm a horrible putter. But it's just nice when you miss the putt, you just go, "Oh, these greens are fast, eh?" It's faster than I thought.
Oh, geez,
I'm not used to these fast greens, right? I'm gonna see these greens back home there, eh? Like in Saskatchewan, like real slow, eh?
Okay, question number 2. Ben, you can put together your ideal foursome with the caveat no LPGA or PGA players, and you can include anyone alive or dead. Who are the 3 people rounding out your foursome?
Well, I got 4 of the hottest names on the Live Tour. That's yeah. Little Sergio Garcia, he seems fun. Ideal foursome, dad, and I'll be cheesy lame, like my dad and my 2 brothers, because this is like a easy foursome. We always have the 2-on-2, and so that's the ideal one. It's like I'm trying to think of who else, like, and we don't get to do it very often anymore, right? So that's why it kind of be the ideal now, because even when Saskatchewan, my younger brother couldn't make it, so then there's only the 3 of us. But yeah, that's kind of the ideal foursome for the front 9. And then we're kind of like sick of each other, by the back 9.
For the front 9.
run out of things to talk about. All right, I regret this. And then I start yelling out, I regret ever picking you guys for my ideal foursome.
There's a lot of strife in this hypothetical question.
Yeah.
I love the idea that there's only a front 9 caveat on this thing. It's like, listen, we go our own ways after the front 9. Come on.
2 hours is the most amount of time I can do.
Yeah. So, but I do think golf is too long. I think 18 holes sometimes is a touch much,
So does Monty. That's why he does 17.
I do feel that's what you finish her in 17, a cool 17.
9's not enough, and maybe 15, 12 to 15. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
No, 18. I mean, it depends. I think my dad and probably dad and brothers.
It's a good answer. It's a good answer. I think even Dan Quinn had a similar answer, and he kind of got even choked up when he was given that answer.
Yeah, it was
he wanted
very
to play
nice.
with his son and his father. So it's not a cheesy answer whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, it was more emotional when he said it, so it really would get us more listeners. So
here I am shitting on it. Yes, sympathetical. Here I'm quitting on my family halfway through the round.
Quitting on your family. He brought him out, but then he quit. He brought him out to quit on him.
Yeah,
he knew he was going to quit.
It's a 9-hole emancipation. Jesus Christ.
I just leave my brother on the tee. I just drive away.
Yeah,
both bags.
Man.
Drop the bags halfway off down the number 10. Yeah.
Ben brought him out here to teach a family lesson. Like, all right, guys, I'm booking.
It's always been Ben's dream to just abandon his family.
But it's fun though, because then you can actually needle them and stuff like that. But like, obviously, if I could ever have a chance with PGA, I just kind of like Tiger Woods once for sure. Mm-hmm. This
is awkward because you're not allowed PGA players.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think he's taking some time off, isn't he? Yeah. He's just
weird. I feel like I just saw him at the British Open.
Yeah, that's not PGA. That's not PGA.
For Tiger,
that's the other thing. We said no pro golfers, so even your brother's out. Your brother's out.
I can't even have a family dinner. I can't have a family golf tournament. Nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, who else is? That's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. I think.
All right. Okay. Question number 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
On a hot summer day, what are you ordering from the bar cart?
Oh, when they come around, you know what I mean? If they ever come around, then I'll order something. Where is she? Where's the beer cart girl? I'm on hole number 2, damn it.
We played the other day and it was supposed to rain, so there weren't many people out but then it didn't rain. And the bar cart came around so often it was starting to get annoying. We're like, okay, no, we're not ready yet.
That's so it's always one or the other. It's rare they get that perfect every few holes they come by. It's always like hole 1 when you've already stocked up, and you're good, and then the fairway on hole 18. Oh, you guys good? It's like where have you been for 5 hours? And I know
I have to be sober to deal with my family.
And I know they're just in the back like texting, because I know that when you at the turn, I see the cart like just wait, just like parked. You know what I mean? Like, where is she? You know what I mean? How long does it take to load up stuff?
The abandoned cart.
She's probably made enough. Does one go through there? All right, I made like all right, I made $40. I'm good, for tips. Like I'm good for the day. But I'm getting a Gatorade, a cookie, or some sort of sandwich, some sort of nourishment Gatorade. And then if they have like a non-alcoholic beer, I'll get one of those, I think. But always get 2 drinks. At least always get 2 drinks when they come around.
Double fisted, you're coming out.
No booze.
No,
No
booze.
booze.
Gave up booze.
I gave up booze for a bit. Yeah.
Good for you.
But if I was drinking, if I was drinking the course, be some, if drinking, probably like some, like rum and cokes, just to get that gut rot, just get the dehydration set in quicker, right? Or some
rum and cokes is a good way to go. A couple of
Long Island iced teas, if yeah.
Nice.
But ideally, whatever they have for beer, because you're kind of in a hurry, you don't want to hold up, you don't want to hold people up. But yeah, that's about it.
I find it weird now that you can buy rum and coke in a can. Like how lazy we've gotten that we can't just mix a rum and coke. This is bizarre to me.
Yeah, I don't know how good is either one. Yeah, I prefer if I'm getting it like in the plastic cups. She's mixing it, but otherwise, yeah, always get 2, and then
that's smart.
I like being the first. Like I always like offering first to buy for the group.
Yeah.
Usually. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm
okay.
always getting some. So it's like, well, then you feel like an idiot if you go up there first, like, you just came back with 1. It's like, no, you have to get to that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not fair. If someone's not drinking alcohol, then that person shouldn't have to buy the round.
No, but you're still getting some though, right? It's not like these non-alcoholic beers are any cheaper. Like,
true.
Are they the same price?
Sometimes they are roughly the same price.
They're pretty high. I tell you what, though, Ben.
How would you know what a non-alcoholic beer tastes like, Monty? What are you talking about?
I've heard. I have people telling me things, and a lot of people tell me like they're high. The prices are high, and because I'm like, maybe I should get a non-alcoholic one, and they're like, no, but it's high, the price. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just get so value for money. You should get the alcohol.
Agreed.
Yeah.
No, it's like for sure. It's like when you get a pop, that'd be $4. Oh, but like a rum and coke is $4.25. Okay,
What are we doing here? It's the more you buy, the more you save. That's how they get you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how they get you drinking. Yeah.
Okay. 4th question. Either the angriest you've ever seen someone on the golf course, or how do you keep from losing it on the golf course?
Well, I want to take it on a different way because I wanted to tell the story. I saw some guy losing it, but kind of in a good way. So, I mean, I've lost it plenty of times on the course, but so in a good way. So back when I was like 13, my brothers and I and some other like the greenskeeper at this par 3 course in Christopher Lake, like where our cabin was. That is like par 3 course where some of the holes were like between 90 and 180 yards, right? And roughly, so like a decent par 3 course. And then we were hired because my grandpa was golfing. He knew the owner, real piece of shit. And I thought he was. I wasn't fooled. He wasn't. He was. I wasn't fooled. He was jolly. He wasn't. I didn't. Something about him. I didn't like him. I didn't like about him. And so we were in charge of just aerating the greens, fixing the aerating the greens. So then so people were still golfing and we're working on the greens. And this one par 3 was like a dog leg. So it was a blind shot, right? So we had to wait for people hit, and then this one guy hit it onto the green, but you couldn't see where his shot landed, right? So I grabbed it and I put it right over the hole, just right on the edge of the hole. So it was 15 feet away. So I grabbed it, I put it right, just one more half rotation, it's in, And the guy comes around, you see my ball. I'm like, oh man, you should go check where your ball is, He's like, oh my God, this is amazing. I can't believe it. Oh my God, just wait. It's gonna drop in. He's like, honey, did you see this? Right? So he's freaking out, happy golf, but he's probably still telling this story. Hey, have you ever had a hole in one? He's like, no, but I've been this close. So I felt part of me is like, I didn't do it as like to be nice. Obviously, I did it like as a, I'm 13. I wasn't like, man, I'm gonna make this guy's day. I'm like, no, I'm thinking, like I'm gonna fool this a-hole, So that's the biggest like positive freak out like I've seen. But negative, I got some guy. I hit into these slow players like twice. By accident. I would say no, it was by accident, like it was. And then he so I was looking for my ball and I'm like, hey man, like you see my ball? He's like, yeah, I hit it into the effing woods, like you've been hitting into us all day. I was like, all right, well, so which way did you hit it? So I outdrove you then. Sweet. Awesome. No, but so those freakouts. But my uncle he told me he got like, this was back in like 1980. I think he hit into where he was playing up. I can't remember what happened, but like Willie Mays told him to F off because like in the Bay Area. Yeah.
Willie Mays.
Willie Mays told my uncle to F off. F off, boy. Yeah, I can't remember. I got to re-ask my uncle like what the scenario was, but I know it was because like Bay Area is golfing like in Santa Rosa and then or maybe in San Francisco at this point. And I can't remember what the scenario. Either my uncle hit into him, or he wanted to play through, or something like that, or something. Right? We had an interaction with Willie Mays. And Willie Mays is like, fuck off, my uncle, fuck off, boy. I'm like, oh man, you're so lucky. He's my favorite player,
It's not every day you get told to fuck off by Willie Mays.
Yeah. So that was great. Yeah. But honestly, so that was, but I mean, I've lost it on the course like a million times, but I think now at this age, it's like, it's just nice to be out there, right? I mean, right. So I'll be like, I will be stewing, right? But I don't have like these like, I'll drop the F word and the C word every hole, like, and that's what but I keep it pretty cool in the golf course. with the weed and the mushrooms, it's good times.
If I'm sedated enough, they can bring out the nurses and I'll be okay.
That's pretty good. I don't feel anything. That's the beauty about golf. You don't feel.
And finally, your favorite golf moment, either that you experienced or something you saw on TV.
Well, I guess favorite golf moment would be like overall when I first eagle, I guess. Mm-hmm. Not bragging. It's like 30 years ago. 20, who knows? Like, and when I shot 77.
Nice.
When I was 18, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's probably like. It was just one of those days. You know what I mean? You're just like, and to shoot, there's just no shanks. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you shoot. Like that's how you shoot 77. It's just like you don't mess. Like you don't have to miss it. You know what I mean? Like you hit it. Everything's going forward and in the air, right? Like, a couple three putts here and there, but like it was, and the greens, like it was a wide fairway. There was like it was an okay, it was a long course, but it was, shooting 77, and then, what was the question again? What best moment? Oh yeah, and then I guess on TV. Yeah, that was a long time. Oh man, that's 77. That was like 25 years ago now. I remember because it was like I not skipped school, but it was like track and field day in high school or whatever. It was like, I'm not doing this. So we went golfing and the teacher okayed it, like I'm not winning any 400-meter race. Like, what are we doing? Let me get my steps in on the course, like you guys do the steeplechase. I'll be out here, getting my game on. And then the best one I saw on TV was probably I saw live, like in July as a kid in the summertime, like the shit TV at the cabin. CTV. It was like kind of like fuzzy. But the British Open when John Daly won in '95.
Oh yeah.
And you're watching it, and then I love John Daly. Like. Looking back, man, how like he was such like it's hilarious how white trash he was, like that
was. You're saying was?
Yeah, but his hair, it was just insane. The mullet, just had like how high it was like clipped like on the sides there. What I mean? It was just a little bit. It was like the Nasty Boys from like wrestling, and like it was just too high. It's too high. The side was just a little bit too high. And although I shouldn't say anything, I got the worst haircut going right now. And went to this guy yesterday, and he's giving me the usual. All of a sudden, like, man, this is like he's going like way shorter. He's like, and he's explaining why. I was like, man, like, yeah. So it's just like this is all like gone off the top on the side. So I can't like a jar head. Like I can't. No, because like this is
looks about right.
No, it's not. There's missing hair here, right? He went. The Nasty Boys is too high. Like, there should be hair here. But anyway,
you did the daily when you sat down. You're like, give me the Nasty Boys. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Nasty Boys. Give me the Travis Bickle, thanks.
Travis Bickle.
This guy's like new to Canada, like 3 years. Give me the Bickle. What? Oh, he's like, oh, the Bick. Okay, the Bick. It's like you Bick me. No, so that Constantina Roca putt was that putt was insane.
Right.
To tie Daly, because you're watching Daly, all like, okay, it's over. It's like you're just watching the hit. You're watching Roca's putt. Whatever. He's got to putt it, right? And the guy makes it. Like, are you kidding me? He's like falls with his knees. I'm like, holy shit. Like,
yeah.
So that was like the coolest moment. Because that's the first kind of like because I've seen highlights of other stuff. Like Azinger or Larry Mize is like chip in like 87. To like be great. Yeah. You see though, but this is the first like clutch like thing I've seen golf I saw live.
Nice. That was great.
What about you guys? Yeah. Okay. I don't ask you guys.
Yeah, you don't ask us. We don't want to ever talk about ourselves.
No, fair enough.
Keep in mind that tree on the left side of the fairway, and something distracted him.